What's your name? Where you from?
Oriel Ceballos. I'm from Brooklyn, originally from Panama.
Yeah. This is Shot. Yo, what's up, bro? That's my man Shot. Came to me yesterday. Beautiful lady. Beautiful gift for the family, bro. It's for my lady.
So right now we're in Chelsea, pretty much in the heart of Manhattan, the heart of the art culture. And what you have is a new era in my life where I'm now just literally moving beyond the galleries, and this is a private, intimate space for exclusive art collectors, those who have been riding with me, you know, for the past 4 or 5 years, just pushing my art. And so COVID has killed sort of the art scene, but I'm still pushing. I'm merging Picasso's Guernica, a piece that forced him, he was forced to leave Spain after making Guernica because it's an anti-war piece. His horse is getting, like, there's a knife coming through.
That's when you moved to France, right?
Right. So you got Guernica mixed with a movie produced by Jay-Z, filming with Superman. It's just crazy, you know? And here, what I'm ultimately saying is like, yo, play chess. And the reason I got the Bishop is because Bishop and Rico, Bishop from Juice and Rico are similar. They were both shiesty motherfuckers. So I'm not necessarily saying that this is the way, I'm saying this is more the way. And the Bishop is the only piece in chess that can jump over another piece. You have my man Will, we connected, he's been an art collector. And today you have something that has been sort of brewing, manifesting. And I'm so glad that, you know, I have core art collectors, man, people all over the world, people in New York right now, who are in for a beautiful, just back-to-back, weekly, just surprise every single day. 2020 is not over, man. Like, don't write it off. So in this gallery, man, it's pieces are going for anywhere from 250 to 10, 20,000, or even up. It all depends. It all depends on who I connect with and who connects with the piece. These are all original. So take, for example, I made all of these sketches, or these two pieces were created pretty much between last night and this morning. Very simple, but I chose, people have seen my style, so I'm hoping that people see the complexity. I'm hoping that people see that for me, yo, art just bleeds through me, you know? And so I can do something that's simple but yet profound. So it all depends on the person who connects with the piece. So I may let this go for 3,000. You feel me? Maybe 500, 600. It all depends on the relationship. And what I find is that when you don't put a price on your art, but you just jump on opportunities, sometimes that one interaction leads to more opportunities, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So I price my prints that I sell in the streets, because those I can part with, but everything in here, it's like when I'm dead, you got my lines, my actual lines. And that's how I see it. Curated this gallery in about this space in about an hour. I started at 6. Pretty much know what I'm doing. This is like my 48th show. Curated for 2 years every month at a place called Daddy Green's Pizza. So that's where my sort of name grew as a curator, as an artist. Because people got to see, I did this to a pizzeria shop every single month for 2 years. So that's already 24 shows. And in between, I was always, between 2017 and now, I would do like, you know, shows with Star Chasers, Fantasy in Color, shows at One Art Space. There are so many artists in New York that I've collaborated with, and so many curators that are now doing their thing. And yeah, man, I want to do 100 shows and just keep it moving. Get ready for a show every weekend. I think that we can pull it off. The difference between the street art and the art in the gallery is simple. So in the streets, I mainly push digital art. I used to sell prints, so I would have to make prints of each of these pieces and then sell them. And I was good at that. I did that for like a year and a half, but that process takes a little longer. Like, I'm no longer interested in like making this, printing it, and then making copies of that, because I feel like whoever owns this, that's theirs. Maybe I'll do some of them here and there, but that was my process before. In 2018, I stumbled upon digital art. So what I sell in the street is just digital art. So I can literally take this concept, sketch it, illustrate it, and that's what I would sell in the street. So the difference between the street art and the gallery art or exhibition art is the fact is that I showcase mainly digital in the streets, canvas, and drawing originals when I'm not in the streets, in the galleries. Yo, I think this is dope. I feel like this first show in the house after COVID is the new era. Like, we're all trying to recreate ourselves. We're all looking for, COVID rocked the world, you feel me? Like, I literally was at a place where I felt like the world needed to stop because we were all in the grind. And I'm sure COVID put us mentally in a state of mind where like now we're trying to like hustle, but also get that time that we had, those 3 months. So I think having a show in the house is dope, is the new era. In fact, there's nothing new under the sun. This is how people used to do it before. In fact, in the 1940s and 50s, if you had a house, people would throw shows in people's homes. So what Will and I are doing is not new, but sometimes things die down for like 30, 40 years, and then it gets picked back up. Like me selling in the streets is not new. People used to sell at Washington Square Park. In the 70s, you couldn't walk around it. So I want more artists to just think outside the box. This is us thinking outside the box. Here's an art collector who I would have never met if I wasn't in the streets. We met, and every day that he would see me crushing it, you feel me? He would be like, yo, we gotta do a show, we gotta do a show. It's called the 3rd of May. So notice how I took these soldiers, but then I switch it up, right? Like Picasso said, a good artist knows how to steal. This is how I felt. Like, it's not even like stealing, it's just don't copy, steal. It's a difference. Just get the inspiration and keep it moving. So like if you look at this painting, I changed the colors and everything, but the idea renders is like, you don't have to start from scratch sometimes. You can watch movies and pick up from where someone did film. Like Mario Van Peebles, he's my favorite film director. Then Spike Lee, then, you know, other people. Or like, you can pick up on a writer, like James Baldwin, my favorite writer, Malcolm X. And then just say, well, yo, they speak kind of like, they got my vibe. So Goya got my vibe, Da Vinci got my vibe. So I took this piece and it's like, yo, just like how this Spanish government was assassinating revolutionaries. We need governments today attacking white supremacy. So that's why white supremacy is getting hung almost in every piece. For anybody watching this, man, our show is called Culture Over COVID. So what that means for me is, like, again, COVID rocked the world, man, and just sort of humbled people. And I feel like many people are devastated. People are out of work. Shit is pretty fucked up right now. Excuse my language, you know? Everyone feels like life is just in disarray. But I'm encouraging sort of people, beckoning people to just dig deep. Dig into your culture, push your culture, push what you love. These paintings, these drawings, it's just, you know, I just tapped into what I know is dope to people that have my vibe, to people that I grew up with. Like, here's a piece over there, right behind you. You got, you know, Morpheus. That piece is inspired by Morpheus, where Neo jumps over him. And Neo thought he had one over Morpheus. And he's like, yo, hold that, boom, kicks him. And I feel like that's essentially what we all have to constantly just be on our grind, not getting comfortable, you feel me? So don't get comfortable, grind, don't focus on the fame, and every day, if you can win every day, man, that's better than just losing, waiting for that win. So just get creative. You can find me at Washington Square Park every single day selling, or Oriel, or1el.com, or linktree/or1el. If you Google Oriel with a 1 in the middle, you can find my brand. Thank everybody for coming here. This show, immediately after COVID hit, March 14th, I started to paint, man. I just started to make art. And I was already thinking, as soon as this shit is over, I'm gonna jump right back on the scene. And I would have never thought that my first show would be in a space like this. But what I love about it is that it just organically came to be. And what I wanna say, man, is like, this show is called Culture Over COVID, because I want us all to just push our culture, push the narratives, the experiences, push the stories, you know, the hurt, the pain, whatever made you feel me? Whatever comes out of your brain. If your art form is music, if your art form is painting, visual, if your art form is film, if it's spoken word, like, don't even think about it, man. Like, just sit, meditate, make that space every single day. This is what I do, because I really want to live as an artist. Wake up every day and, like, not stressed about anything, but I know that I gotta sit down and make this shit happen. Like, I made these 2 pieces today. All the big ones were made between today and, like, yesterday. All of these I made, these frame ones I made in one day. So, culture over COVID, push your culture. I'm from Panama. I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn at the age of 7. Since the age of 7. But I've also lived in other countries, so what you have here is just my mind, my brain. This conglomeration of just, you know, trials and errors, learning. Sometimes when I'm painting, I hear conversations of old G's that would tell me, like, yo, son, you need to stop hanging around with those dudes. You're different. So then I'll paint that. Other times I'm channeling just how I feel about America, so then I'll paint that. Or sometimes I'm speaking to the future. So you don't really got to think about it. Just dig deep. Culture over COVID. 2020 is not over. Don't let it die. I know we all started the year like, yo, I was on some shit at the beginning of the year, and then this happened, and immediately, I'm gonna tell y'all, truth, when they shut down New York, and I'm in here on March 14th, I was like, yo, my 2 professions are gone, right? So if art can't sell, I can go back to teaching, but now the schools are gone. So I'm like, damn, I can't teach, and I'm a private school teacher, so I can't teach, but I never thought I can't make art. I never thought I can't make art, but I said right now people are broke, they won't buy, let me put my art on books. And those of you who are following me, I went crazy with the books. I think I made like 12 books in that 79-day period, you feel me? And there were books that naturally came to me that I've been thinking for years. So enjoy yourself, study the art, please take time to look at it, because I'm dropping jewels. And even with these pieces, the most difficult thing for me now is to not write on pieces, but I'm now past the point where like, I don't want to give people too much. You feel me? So study the pieces, and if you love anything, everything in this room is original. I'm now throwing people on payment plans, so COVID got me creative. I had a 19-year-old who just paid off a piece for $1,600, he's 19. So I don't care if you like, yo, oh, I need this piece, even if it takes me 6 months, as long as you give me bread every month or every 2 weeks, whatever. You can miss a week. I'm changing the way we think about art, son. Just like how we put sneakers on layaway, furnitures, you know, and I just think about how people in the hood get gypped. People have furnitures for like 10, 15 years, paying that shit off. Why can't you do that with art? And this is stock. So I ended there. Right now you got, kind of put this piece, this show in a week. We've been thinking about it for a minute, and now it's here, and it happened. And I want to thank you for just giving us a space, because this is a new era. That's my man Wolf, an art collector who just loves the vibe, who's been here. He got Radiant Child playing in the room, because he really like sees me as the next Basquiat, just on that level. And to me, that's a scary motherfucking like feeling to have someone see you that way. Like every time that I'm in the streets, before I leave my house, I'm nervous. But I know that I'm gonna crush it, because I'm not thinking about the bread. I'm thinking about just that one person. Like, you're here, bro. We just met. You feel me? And you've been copping my pieces. And I don't know where you're gonna go. Like, I'm not the man. I'm not the one. We met, and now you're doing your thing. So, like, hey, man, we can all eat, bro. There's enough for everybody. Sort of connect tonight. Don't focus on me and the art. Focus on who you can connect with and just build, and just know that this is a space for us for the rest of the motherfucking year until we get a bigger space. Culture over poet. Peace. Right now we got my man Palufo, Alex. Yo, Alex and I have done so many shows, man, and like some people I can just call like 20 within like the same day. Like, yo, I need you right now, bro. And they're here because I pour love. And let me tell you one last thing. When I got arrested, here's one thought that came to me. The reason that I beat that case was because when you pour love into the universe, when it's time to withdraw, or no, when you deposit love into the universe, when it's time to withdraw it, the shit just comes out. You know, like money coming out the bank. You know? And that's essentially what I'm doing. Just pouring love into the universe, and the love is coming out. So you got my man Alex here. Enjoy the culture. After Alex, we just want to chill. You don't even have to like stop. Just enjoy the vibe, man. He already knows. If you feel like breaking him off, you know, give him a tip or whatever. We're all hustling. He's here. I'm gonna pay him, but I still, you know, just, you never know, man. You put $5 in a person's pocket, that's a train ride going back. And it's not even money. It lets that person know, like, yo, somebody paid me for my art. I never forget what you told me, son. This dude right here sold like 6,000 books side by side since 2017 with me. How old are you now? 23. 23 years old. I met him when he was like 19, 20. And he wasn't even on the roster. I'm doing a show at Daddy Green's Pizza, this pizzeria where I would throw shows every month. And he begged me to, he's like, yo, oh, I need to spit. And that's not really how I operate. But the intensity in his eye, he kept coming back. I'm curating the show, and he's like, nah, son, I need to do it. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. When I heard him, I immediately, like, I won't say I took you under my wings, but every time I saw him, I spit game, basically. And now, he's doing film, he's on his second book, he's touring the country, he's 23, bro. I was wasting time acquiring debt in graduate school. So what I'm showing people is another way out. It just takes will and purpose. So tonight, everybody that's here, man, if you want to perform, right now we got 2 performers. We got Keion, who's gonna kill the game. We got my man Alex, who he just flows, man. All right, peace, y'all.
I only needed you in that moment, in that moment. Another week got way down, tears all over the place. I'm screaming things I never wanted to say. Is that the way you do?
And I'm 37, bro, and you're 23, right? 23, you know? And when I was 23, I had the idea to do what you were doing, to push my art, but I was still afraid, so I did the graduate school thing. So I feel like anyone who's pushing their art, don't ever feel like, yo, I should be getting a degree or something. If you're doing it, if you're working every day, and you're, you know, now you're doing movies and you're doing books, like you're getting paid for your art, bro. I respect you, and that's the reason that I paid you at Daddy Green's, and that's the reason that we're here today. And I told you from day one, if I blow, we all blow, bro. You feel me? So, without further ado, please give your undivided attention to Keion.
Let's go, Keion.
These people don't know my stress. Pain, suffering, struggle. These people don't know ambition. Strive, hunger, and hustle. Money all on my mind. I go fill my palms and try to make $1 million one day. I told my mama I promise. She looked me straight up in my eyes and get it regardless. Full mind, empty stomach, my nigga, I'm starving. Balling like I'm Jordan, nobody could guard him, a young problem. Nobody could solve him. I'm getting love from strangers. They tell me they feel me. I take a trip to Miami after I win a Grammy, and then it's back to recording, back to the grind, all about mines, 2 Glock 9s, cause every nigga want the juice since Tupac died. So I'm playing 10 times harder, working 10 times smarter, sit out working and scheming, these people sleeping and dreaming, all these days being broke, all these rhymes that I wrote, people be dapping me up, and we never even spoke. We ain't cool, we ain't nothing, we ain't family, we ain't cousins, I need some plaques on the wall, trophy awards, 2 commas on my check, nigga, I'm buying them all, but all these people plot, all these people scheme, all these people lie, do not know what to believe, all these people turn to rats, supposed to be throwing cheese, I'm just trying to feed my mama, put some money in my jeans, but all I know is pain. All I know is suffer. I barely knew my pops because I grew up in the gutter. I grew up with my mother. When niggas living rough and pay the bill in months and mama feel like giving up, but I've been praying every night, hoping that I can make it. Struggle is in my mind, these pictures is what I painted. They say be humble and patient, but you get tired of the waiting. When you know your flow is cold, lyrics hotter than Satan. Next up in no games, next up in the game, no games because I ain't playing. Can I ask you a question? You ever thought about your life and feel like you was by yourself? All your friends is faking, ain't nobody give you help, and when you needed them the most, that's when they go. So my stress is getting worse. I preach in every verse like it's motherfucking church. It's hard to believe in God when your life is getting hard. Cause you just wanna strive, but you don't wanna job. Oriel like, yo, fucking 9 to 5, this survival for the fittest, nigga, I'ma stay alive. I've been talking to my mom. She said keep your head up. Streets full of bullshit, nigga don't get fed up. I see damn mama, all this stress is killing me. Smoking like a chimney, it's fucking with me mentally. Pain in my brain, I'm slowly sipping this Hennessy. I'm watching all my enemies, they trying to put an enemy, erase my identity, or turn me to a memory. So I'm up all night, all I do is daydream. Blur picture Visine below the mezzanine. And as I float to the top, no intention to stop, my music drop. Your music drop down the charts, hoes kick it like martial arts. Niggas throw jabs at me, cause bitches throw ass at me. The make it be Mag Daddy under this do-rag, my head be like mad nappy. But that's only to stay closer to my roots. She get the boot if we ain't kicking boots or in our birthday suit. So salute to the general. Young commander, obey the propaganda. Nigga get the like Santa flow is all I know. Dollars is what I don't. Oh, saliva down my throat. Mama said we was broke, but I'm rich in my mind. Nigga, you would've thought I was homeless the way I'm picking up dimes. Love the way he rhyme. Wanna grind like Ye, wanna shine like Hov, and mama wanna see a diploma, just pull more, whatever. Making him shine, and he out of his noodle, but he gon' keep on rhyming. He need a place to stay somewhere to close his eyelids. Mama say college, he ain't seeking no knowledge. He seeking a profit for his limbo pockets. Track after track, no negative feedback. Money building up like plaque, get a dentist. No, I'm not Drake, but I'm all about the business. All about the bankroll. And if I'm out of country, it's some euros or them pesos, snipers in the room. And if I want your head, I put my snipers in the zoom during combat. Putting your hard hat construction. Fighting for our roots, equipping tools and heavy boots. Bulletproof vests and camo suits. And I salute camouflage suits and heavy boots. We troop, no troops. It's either you win or know, lose, don't snooze, or get your teeth knocked loose. Or be awakened by the fact of, I got your back up. So back up, before you get slapped up and have you calling for back up. Cause we just trying to get paid, they throwing grenades and pulling out switchblades just to got some J's. Conversation in it, that's all I had to say, thank you.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
I literally watched this man without him knowing when he was selling outside. And I'm like, I want to do that. Real shit, and I didn't understand how, bro.
Yeah, bro.
When I lit a pit, bro, I lit a pit in my life, bro. When all I had was words, bro, and all I had was poem, and all I had was this, bro. Literally, words, your art, your words can take you to a whole different plateau. And the things that I had planned in my head and what I want to do, sometimes it's like, you run into things. You're gonna always run into walls. Even after your biggest accomplishments, you're gonna want to go bigger. You're gonna run into walls. But I always keep in mind, like I'm not even. This is not even because the show, bro. I always tell you this, bro. You help me
Every day, bro.
to move forward, to push forward is something that you want to do. Because in all actuality, you only can live in this body, in this face, in these lips, this skin one time.
One time. That's beautiful.
And what I want to do is poetry, and I want to become a god poet. I want to be a god of poetry. So yeah, and if anybody's interested in a copy, it's 15, and we take all forms of payment. So yes.
You got that for me.